Hi, this is Andrew from Drifting Dad Performance, and today I want to show you the features of the 48.8 rear end that I am building.
Hi, did you hear? This is Welding. I think my father's working on it, but I'm not really sure. 48.8. And hard bar, and kids, this is very hard for you to carry if you're like 6 or 7. Okay? Just don't listen to me, because I'm giving you all the silly facts out.
This is the basic 48.8 rear end kit that I make. You can see this one's completed. It's got the shock mounts, or not shock, yeah, shock mounts and the control arm mounts all welded on. This right here is the sway bar mounts, and this is the spring seats that I've designed. They hold the stock RX-7 springs really nicely, as well as any aftermarket 5-inch springs you would want to put on. Both sides. This is also shortened to be the same width as the RX-7 rear end. So I do not include the brake rotors as standard. I do include the calipers. The calipers are missing off this one, but I'll be putting them on before I ship it out. For an additional charge, I can provide you the rotors, but the rotors are just a standard 95 to 2000 Ford Explorer rear rotor. So very easy to find at any parts store. Then the other thing too here I want to show you, this is the parking brake arm. So the Ford Explorer has a drum type parking brake, different than the RX-7, but you actually can get an adapter. I'm also working on developing my own to include, to use the stock RX-7 cables so your e-brake functionality retains. You can see here, this is the mount for the cable. The RX-7 cable fits there perfectly. So inside here, this particular model that I've built is a 3.73 ratio rear gear, and it is a limited slip differential. So the stock RX-7 has a limited slip differential, so I try to find limited slip diffs for your upgrade as well. You're gonna get way better performance. And with these, I clean out the housings as best I can, drain all the oil before I ship. So one thing you will have to do is put new gear oil inside the diff before you run it, so make sure you don't forget that.
You need a Driveshaft modified.
Modified, that's right, because this is a different size flange, right? For the 48.8, you need to have your drive shaft have a U-joint put on that matches with that bolt pattern. Any competent drive shaft shop, it should be able to help you out. Make sure you get the lengths and everything for them when you are getting the drive shaft built. So this right here is the bracket for the panhard bar. So like Leah explained, I do include that as part of the standard package. What you don't see here is the bracket, but basically this will allow you to run the panhard bar in lieu of a Watts link, which offers some less binding in the rear.
We can ship these worldwide.
So I do that standard crating for everyone. That's a charge of $70 for material and labor. And then the shipping for domestic is normally about $300 to $350, and obviously more for international. But I have shipped to Canada before. I have no issues with doing that as well. If you want to try doing overseas, we can do that as well. So this is the crate that I build for every single rear end. You can see inside here. Yeah, but it protects the rear end during shipping, so there's no issues.
And it's a lot of wood.
And thus also pictured here is the brake-on adapter that I can provide to you. So this will bolt right into the stock RX-7 brakes and be a complete bolt-in solution. All right, that's good, Leah. So this is the inside of a 48.8. So you notice this S-spring, and I'm not sure you can see the clutch packs or not, but this is a limited slip differential, so you can see how all the oil is drained out. And then I've got the C-clips out for the axle. All these axles are 31 spline, much stronger than a 26 or 28 spline. I believe the RX-7 is 26 spline stock. So we have a few options for rear gear ratios. The stock RX-7 is a 4.06 rear gear ratio. The most common for these 8.8s is a 373. They also came in a 410, so there is a possibility I can get a 410. There's a little extra charge because it's harder to locate them. But I also offer a re-gearing service. So aftermarket ratios for the Ford 8.8 go all the way beyond 456, I think like a 5 something. But what you'd probably want for a stock rotary, or not stock rotary, but a rotary would be a 410, 433, or 456. For a V8 car, you're probably going to want a 373 or 410. And if you're building something really just to cruise around the highway, a 355 or 327 would be adequate as well. What?
If you want.
So I appreciate everyone's business. I sold out the next 4 builds for these rear ends extremely quickly. I apologize for anyone that was not able to order one, but as soon as those rear ends are done, I'll have the order queue open again. What I'm trying to do with this is to make sure that everyone gets their rear ends that they order in a timely fashion. I don't want someone to place a deposit and then wait for like 8, 9, 10 months for something to show up. I don't think that's fair. I know if personally I wouldn't want that either. So let's talk about pricing for these rear ends. The deposit is how much, Leah?
$300.
That's right, for the deposit. The total price for them is $1,000 for the base, which would be an open diff. The limited slip upgrade is $100, and then it goes up from there. I've got all the pricing on my website. The upgrades include a full spool, 9-inch style rear axles. Basically, that would eliminate the C-clip, which I know a lot of drag racing guys are very interested in, but you would also retain the ability to use the factory Explorer disc brakes, which is really nice. And then I can do re-drilling of the axles to a 4x114.3 instead of 5x114.3. And then, as mentioned before, I can do the rear gear upgrades as well. So if there are any other upgrades that you guys would want to have, please let me know, and I will do my best to offer those.
And we live in we live in North Carolina, and if you want to get shipping, instead of shipping, you can come pick it up.
That's right. So if you're local, even if a few hours, it may be worth it for you to come pick up the rear end instead of paying the money for shipping.
We might give you snacks if you're really good.
That's right.
Thanks for watching the video, and happy late New Year.
Make sure you subscribe, right?
Yeah, make sure you subscribe.
Yep.
Ring the bell, because I hope you give us big thumbs up, because we love you.
Bye.